Good morning. A little bit late today, but that's just the way it works sometimes. I will tell you, I am dealing with a toothache. So I've been a little bit off for almost a week now. I am hoping to get a root canal next week. I've never had a root canal. I'm a little bit afraid, to be honest, but the pain is worse, so we need to do something. So, like I said, to be honest, this might be a little bit of a short stream because right now I'm okay. Right now I'm okay, but who knows what's going to happen. But I had to come on because it's the first day of the Sunday Zine Jam. We're doing a jam. So this is the site. You can see the URL up there at the top. So, and I also put it down there in the description if you want to join in. Sunday Zine Jam is going to be 4 weeks. You have 4 weeks. The submissions you see here are due August 25th. We've already started. Like I said, I'm late. I'm late. You've already had 23 minutes to start making your zine. So you have 27 days, 23 hours, 35 minutes, and 51 seconds to make a zine. And our theme for this first one is, oh, I can't go all the way down. That's hilarious. Let's see if I can bring that up a bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The theme is pool because I really want to be in a pool right now. It's summer. I wish I could be swimming. But it's a great word because it has lots and lots of different meanings. So you can make a zine based on your interpretation of this prompt. Um, if you have any questions about a zine jam, that's what I'm going to be doing today. So today I'm not actually going to make my submission for the jam. I've been thinking because I'm giving myself 4 weeks because I wanted people to have lots and lots of time, right? I may make a zine in an hour or 2 hours on this stream, but you absolutely do not have to do that. So 4 weeks feels like a good period, it's like a month. So I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do for this jam, and I could do something a little bit more in depth, like actually take the time, make something a little bit longer, a little bit more, a little few more pages, put a little bit more into it than just this 2 hours on the stream that I usually give myself. So today's zine that I am making, over here in our pages window, is not going to be my submission. Today I'm making a how-to zine. I'm going to write a little zine about jams, about why I love jams, how to do jams, why I do jams. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these borders like we always do. Oh, and we need to name this file and save it. So I always name things, or I try to. I'm very bad at this, but I try to make a habit of adding the date at the beginning of any file names, just so it sorts properly in your folders. So that is 24/7/28. Can you believe it's almost August? Like seriously. I'm just gonna call this jams. So probably gonna start. Where do we always start? We always start with the cover. which is funny because you think about, I'm a school teacher, and so I teach. Ooh, that got really big. Why did that do that? Okay. So I teach writing, especially essays. Um, for my younger students, we focus on vocab, but for my older students, we focus on like comprehension and analysis. So I teach a lot about writing, about how to outline your work and how to make sure that things flow and things work together. And one of the things I always tell my students is don't write your introduction first because your introduction has to be like a table of contents. It has to introduce all the ideas. And if you haven't written the paragraphs, you can't write the introduction. And yet here I am doing the cover first when I don't even know what this is going to be called. I mean, maybe we just call it, uh, whoop, let's jam. Obviously, we need to format that text because it's way too big. The reason that this template, the reason this template is set to 100 on the cover is because the cover of my template is simply that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, or like number one, something like that, N01. So I wanted a giant font, but now every time I go to use this template, it's set at 100. I should probably fix that, you know? Let's go with 50. What does 50 look like? And we definitely want, okay, so this is, oh my God, that's such a weird looking one, huh? This is the font that I used for the cover of our jam when I made the graphic for the cover. This is the font that I used. So I'm tempted to use it, but man, it looks funny. So this font, by the way, is called OI. OI. Let's see what it looks like. Let's jam. All right, that doesn't look that bad. I'll just bump it down. Let's do a little bit more just to give it some space on the side there. Yeah. And I'm gonna do the back cover as well too. Do I want to zoom in a little bit? Maybe do a 150, a 200. I've been doing 200 recently, but okay, that's not bad because that like basically fills your whole screen. So we also need a font, a regular sans serif for the body. So I'm just gonna write some text so that we can take a look at some fonts. What we always put on the back, this zine was written and designed by Jess Driscoll. That's me, by the way, if you don't know. I'm Jess. On Sunday, July 28, 2024. The scene was made live on whoop, a YouTube stream to kick off the inaugural, I love calling it the inaugural Sunday Zine Club Jam. And now we're going to take a look at some fonts. So I've been thinking about this graphique one, which you can see is very similar, but a little bit more designed. It's just, it's thinner. The kerning's a little bit different too as well. Oh, it feels like it has a little bit more of an Art Deco feel to it. Um, I do love Avenir, which is again very simple, but I think a little bit more rounded than Helvetica. I used to do everything in Avenir. I tend to go through these phases, I guess. Phases is probably the best way to say it. In that I'll pick a font and then I'll just do everything in that. Kind of like wanting to have like a brand, but then I get tired of it and I want to change it again. So I do love this Kiwi Maru. Kiwi Maru is not a sans serif, it is a serif font. So it might be kind of cool to do like this on the back as something different, and then do a sans serif in the middle, in the as the regular body text. So like we might make this, one of the headings. Like say we call this heading 3. Oh, why does heading 3 have a weird border? I don't like that. I don't want that. What's that about? Where is that from, too? Is that fill, border, shadow? No, where is that coming from? Text background? Is that what it is? No. Oh, I don't know why it's like that. Layout. Ah, paragraph border. Is that it? Yeah, okay. No, we don't want that. Why do I want a border on my paragraph? So heading 3 is going to be Kiwi Maru. And I want it justified. And it does look very big all of a sudden. It has more space. Yeah, it's a 1.2 spacing. I don't want that. Yeah, just give me regular one. Phew. Excuse me. All right. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that for the back. And then for the inside, a zine jam is, what's a good way to define it? I've been thinking about this a lot because I keep writing it in different places. I wrote a whole blog post. You know what? Actually, let's go take a look at my blog. Let's take a look. I wrote a blog post about this. I might use some of this actually. I just turned this blog post into my zine. Because like this stuff here, this is good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's do that. So I'm gonna take all of this text, and we're we're gonna put it in the zine. Ooh, default is 18.13. Oh wait, like I don't know if you can see this in the modal for the different styles. The heading 3 now has a um a white background because I was trying to figure out what was wrong with that style. Okay. So, yes. We want 12 point, but we probably don't want Helvetica Noi. And I don't want this link. So I'm going to remove that. Oh, keeping the... It's weird that it removes the link, but it doesn't remove the style of the link. Interesting. Okay, that is all of the text though, right? I'm not missing more down at the bottom. But I don't think all of this can go on this one page. First, though, let's take a look at a different font for this. Can I tell you something funny? Um, I am on my desktop computer right now, and the fonts that are in Pages on my desktop are pretty standard. It's the standard stuff that's already built into Apple, and then I added like maybe 2 dozen that I picked up from Google Fonts. I opened up Pages on my laptop the other day, and there's like 300 fonts in there, and I don't know where they came from. I don't know where they came from because I didn't put them in there. And it's a whole bunch of fonts that are like variations of each other. So they all have the same name, but different, like Helvetica, Helvetica Noi, Helvetica Condensed. But they're names that I've never heard before. And it seems like it's a lot of foreign language fonts, like fonts that are specifically for Korean and Indian. So, like, say, Hindi or Gujarati or Punjabi. Very weird. I don't know how that happened. I don't know where they came from. So, if anyone knows, let me know. Um, okay. Sorry. I'm just looking at my little OBS screen. And it seems like there's a lot in the it's hanging off the bottom, so I don't know. See if we can fix that. Just gonna pull that up. Where's that bottom? There we go. So now, there, now we can scroll all the way to the top. Always, yeah, okay. Uh, these windows really frustrate me. The way that it captures windows and like the sizes, it's really bizarre to me. Um, there we go at the bottom, and then we're gonna make this smaller on the side. Get that in there. Try to get the whole window. And like I said, this is my desktop computer, and I have a was it 20? I think it's a 27-inch because I bought the biggest one you could. It's a 27-inch iMac, and my Pages window inside my screen is like that small. It's hilarious. This is not normal. All right, body font. We want to change this. Let's do so. What I was saying, all these weird different fonts. Um, I'm now looking here, and I feel like I don't have all of them here. This is Railway, which I really like. The thing I love about Railway is this W. See that W? Looks really cool. It looks very cool in the big size and the small size too. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I like how it's kind of rounded too as well, but we're gonna make it smaller. 10 or yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. But we're gonna put some space between these paragraphs. All right, and yeah, update the body. Okay, and save, save. Um, okay. Do you kind of feel like that's a little small? Maybe we do 11? I'm just so used to, with fonts, I'm so used to always keeping it at an even number. Just kind of funny, because like you are allowed to use all the numbers. That's okay. But there's just something about, we've been so trained that like a body font should be 12 point, right? That's what we all did. I can't say that's what we all did in high school, but when I was in high school, it was Times New Roman 12-point font. That's what your essay had to be. I suppose it's different these days because I know definitely Microsoft Word has changed uh, its default. And actually, didn't it just change? And that TikTok about fonts, isn't that about how they just changed? Because it was Calibri, but it's not Calibri anymore. I don't know because I'm not on Windows anymore. I'm a Mac person. I have been since very, very early 2000, so it's been a while. Okay, so um, we got intro to jams, um, and then I want to talk about. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because I want to see this. I want to kind of see the whole thing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. Oh, the margins are off on this one. Let's fix that. Well, before we do anything else, let's fix that. Layout. Yeah. Indent. Thank you. And what's the indent on this one? Oh, okay, so that's 0.3. I like that. I like it's 0.5 on the 0.5 on the back. Gives it a different look. Um, so this toothache that I have, it's like I have a little hairline fracture in this tooth, and it is all the way back. It's the second bottom molar. So the pain is spreading to like the rest of my jaw. Like it hurts here for some reason, probably because I've been like holding my jaw in a funny way. So uh having these headphones in, having these earbuds in is not pleasant. It's actually a little bit painful. So let's try to finish this one up a little quicker, huh? Excuse me. Okay, so I have 5 pages. What do I want to say? This is where we do the outline, right? I want to talk about um what is a jam? Do we want like I think a little bit here. I think a little bit about what else do I want to say? I want to talk about let's just write some notes right here. You know, let's do a little outline right here. Let's say what is a jam? Why do a jam? How to do a jam? Um so the why is going to be like what do you get out of a jam? Like what is the result? And what is a jam is kind of like the definition, which we already kind of have, plus like the the tech the technical specifics of it. Specifications is the autocorrect there. How to do a jam is think about time, think about format, and think about theme. So I think I want to have a page that is like the actual what do you need? Okay, let's do that. What do you need? And let's see if we can put that in. Um, you know what? This is bothering me, so I'm going to change this style. No, this one. Yeah, okay. That one. Um, no, where's the no fill? No fill. There we go. Okay. That's what it needs to be. I want this to be like a title font. So we're going to call this heading. And I wonder what does it look like in that text? Okay. Make it small, but I want to make it small, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift the spacing of this. Put some more space between those letters. Let's see if it's easier to read. It's not, is it? It's not really that easy to read. Okay. We're not going to do that then. We're going to pick the Kiwi Maru font. And we're going to make it big. Let's do a 16. So that's the heading. And then the body with the bullets. But I want bullets to look like, yeah, okay. I kind of want like a little space there though. maybe. Why doesn't the line just make the bullet like so many other text fields? That would be cool if it just did it. One of the things that I love about Ghost, which is where I host my blog, is the formatting in the text field. How you can just write and it just does so much for you. Before, I had my blog as a static site, meaning that I was coding everything. And like as much as I love having that control and the customization, it just gets tiring after a while. Like I grew up writing my blog on LiveJournal when you still had to do all the HTML to get any kind of styling. Kind of like just on the cusp of rich text editors online. I mean, LiveJournal did eventually have a rich text. I'm not saying it never did, but I feel like at the beginning it didn't, and we had to do a lot of. I mean, that's where I taught myself HTML was on LiveJournal, and now, you know, now it's almost gone too far, right? Because one of the things that really bothers me about a lot of text fields is that you do emoticons and then it turns it into an emoji, and it's like, no, if I wanted an emoji, I would have picked an emoji. I wanted an emoticon. It's a different feeling, different emotion. Okay, what do you need? Um, you need. I. Oh, okay. Now I am kind of like. So I don't want to say that you need to have an itch profile because you don't to do a jam, right? Jams can be anywhere. But for this specific jam, you do need a profile. Okay, what do you need? You need an idea. You need a medium, uh, a format, and a deadline, and a theme. Okay, maybe not an idea. Ooh, why did the body text change like that? What happened there? Um, in order, in order to participate in a jam hosted on itch.io, you will also need a profile, an account. Let's say that. Um, let's change that to a verb. You will also need to register an account on the website, just to be very specific about things. Oh, I'm missing an A in there, aren't I? In a jam. Maybe it's not what do you need, it's a jam contains a medium, a format, a deadline, a theme. So I'm writing this page on this page where it's like the third page, but that's just because I'm using this space as my outline. I am going to move that because I want that to be this page here. So I'm going to take this page here and move it here. So that's the technical specification. Do we want format or genre? No, maybe not genre. I think most people think of like book genres or video game genres. It's not exactly what a jam is. Okay. Um, how to do a jam. So we want that's this one. Okay, this is heading. Okay. How to jam. And body, yep. Okay. So how to. Um, look for a jam that interests you. Whether it's the theme or what do I want to say here? The theme or style, or I could put genre here. Um, a jam will call for a specific type of submission. And join the jam. By joining the jam on itch.io, you get access to a community message board. You might get it. Not everyone turns it on. You declare your intention to participate. You can chat with others if the message board. Um, so how can I say this? Some people do message boards, some people do Discord. I personally hate Discord so much. It just doesn't work with my brain. But lots and lots of people love it. So let's say you have a chance. Okay, yeah, let's do that. You might get a chance to connect and chat with others. So look for the jam, join the jam, and then set aside time to jam. Uh, plan what you will make and estimate the time required. Put time into your schedule to ensure you meet the jam's deadline. So that's just like basic how to jam. Think about time, think about format, think about theme. I do kind of want something about something like what to. I want to do a why too. Yeah, why to jam. A jam is about community. I think maybe we could probably do three, just like we did this one. We got 3 paragraphs on this page. I'm going to do 3 paragraphs here. So 3 points. A jam is about community. A jam is about challenge. Can we make them all C's, I wonder? A jam is about maybe commitment. That could work. Is that 2 T's? No, it's not 2 T's, is it? Just the one. Okay. So jam is about community. You're participating in a group. You're participating in a group, all working with a, oh, what's the word? What's the adjective? I'm thinking of an adjective for like community, collective, working with a single theme. Everyone will create something different, but I don't think it's different but similar. I don't think that's what I'm saying. But in a collective way, maybe what I'm saying. I'm saying like we're all making something with the same purpose, right? We're all working together, but on our own different projects. Oops. And then, and when you're done, I'm totally not going to have enough room for this. I'm writing too much. And when you're done, you have the chance to appreciate each other's work. Jam is about challenge. The theme and deadline is our creative limits, which help guide or direct, which maybe we say limits, which in which to guide your creativity. Theme and deadline are limits in which to guide your. No, I don't like the in. Which guide your creativity. They give you lines. Here's where we want the in which to color. It's it's something to aim for. Jam is about commitment, the deadline, and limited time. Give you a do I want starting and stopping point? Starting and stopping point. If you see, I definitely don't have space for this, do I? I gotta do some editing here. Um, so I want to say something like if you struggle with starting and with knowing when to stop, a jam is for you. Now, we don't have space for all of this. We could put it on more than one page. So we can take this and put it on this page. Oh, I always forget it does that. You have to actually click into. I feel like I haven't actually answered these questions. Jam is about community. You're participating in a group, all working with a single theme. Everyone will create something different, but maybe I do just want to say different but similar. Something of their own, but together. A jam is about challenge. The theme and deadline are limits which guide your creativity. They give you lines in which to color. Something to aim for. Something to work towards. I feel like that's not challenge, though. That's not what I'm. They give you lines in which to color, something to work towards. A jam is about commitment, the deadline, and limited time. Give you a starting. Okay, so here I want to change this. The deadline and limited time give you a what? Give you a goal. Yes. If you struggle with starting and with knowing when to stop, a jam is the perfect place to practice your craft. So, am I actually saying what I'm trying to say there? I do I have something more to say about why that I could add here? What is the result? Yeah, okay. So we take this paragraph, put it here, and then this one, and then we get one more paragraph where we say the jam is about, a jam is about, I want to say something like it's about the end product as much as it is about the process. It's about the thing, right? It's about you're going to get something out of this. A jam is about the product. I want to say product. That makes it feel so, corporate. A jam is about the product. Mm. Hello, never be sorry for being late to the stream. It's always here for you. We are just thinking about what do you get out of doing a zine jam? I mean, you do it to get a zine. That's what it's about, right? So that's why I say like it's about the product. It's about the result. But also, no, okay, this is what I'm going to say. Yeah. I want to say it's about the process of making, but it's also about the result. It's about having a finished zine or game at the end of the jam. You made a thing. That's what I want to say. So now, whoa! I just turned on drop cap accidentally. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom of my screen here. Um, so what do we think about that? Do we like that drop cap? What if we turn it on for all of these? We would have to change that A though. I mean, is that happy accident or what? Let's leave it on. Let's leave it. And we're gonna pick a different A though, because I don't like that A. How do we change the font? Drop cap styles. What about that one? That one's kind of cool. No, that one doesn't work. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, let's do that one. This is, I kind of love it, folks. Just like a weird little happy accident. Accidentally click the button and there we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Making it work. Okay, That is why to jam. Uh, how to jam. Jam contains. So we I think we have like an extra page now because this is going to go here. And we did all of these. We have what is a jam, definition, technical specs, why, what do you get, what's the result, think about time, think about format, think about theme. So I think what we need is an extra page about how to, like a little bit about like the actual process of doing a jam. Whoops, I did drop cap again. I don't think we want everything to be drop cap though. I like it just to be about because I like the repetition of the A's, right? A jam is about, a jam is about. I'm big into repetition. If you haven't noticed by now, when I do my writing, I tend to like that rhythm of repetition. So I like doing like callback sentences and bringing ideas back. Um, okay, so a couple of little things is that I don't know why this one became a link and the other ones didn't become a link. A little bit funny. So I think all of them we're just going to make them not a link. Do we want a jam contains or a jam is? And then maybe we want like examples. So like medium would be like game, zine, uh, RPG, could say in that sense. Do we want to say video game? Oh, that's not going to fit, is it? Well, it's not going to fit. It's going to make it go to the next line. Video game. We do that. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. We'll do tabletop RPG. And then that way, it looks a little bit more. They don't like having that one word that's on the next line. In publishing, they call that a widow, where you have just like one little word hanging off the end. It looks a little funny, so just having two words makes it look a little bit better. I keep I'm in one window now and I'm going to click back into pages and I'm like, am I accidentally going to click that drop cap button again? Um, so a format would be like a format would be what? Mini zine. Format is not really game genre though. It's not what I'm thinking. But I need a different example than just a zine. Or maybe I just do zine examples. I could do that. Um, and we could do digital as well here. Deadline, I think, is very obvious. And theme. So I kind of feel like format is not actually a requirement for a jam. Most jams don't really cut you off that much. They are usually restricted to a medium, though. I feel like. I don't know. Maybe I don't do enough jams. I think to me, a jam is really just the deadline and the theme. Those are the most important parts of it. So, I think we're going to write a little bit more here. Just like jams take place all over the world and online. Some jams are some jams are 1 hour and are others have longer deadlines. Jams can be open and flexible or restricted with specific guidelines. Register for an account. That's why that sentence was sounding funny. Okay, I'm going to go and look at my blog post again. Let's see if there's anything else that I want to write here. I am not talking about my jam. I'm talking about any jam. Yeah, okay. So I don't have anything else to say here. What else did I write here? Uh, yeah, I don't. I don't know. So we've got page 1 is kind of like, what is a jam? Maybe this needs to be a little bit more specific. Maybe we need like one more sentence here. No, like just really specifically about what a jam is. A jam is a group of people who sign up to create something based on a theme and during a set period of time. Okay, now I have too much. Now it's not going to fit. I also want maybe to move that. Maybe okay. Maybe we take this sentence and that should go on the first page instead of this. because don't so much need this sentence here. This is just about me. Like maybe it should be the first sentence, right? This is what a jam is. I love doing jams. And it now hosts. So let's make this sentence. Itch has grown so much and now hosts zines and let's say physical games as well. I'm just going to stick with calling it itch.io just to be specific. For some reason, I never want to capitalize itch, which would make so much more sense, right? Like we capitalize the names of other websites, like we capitalize Wikipedia and we capitalize Tumblr, even though in the URL it's not capitalized. But for some reason, I just always want to call itch with a small I. I never want to capitalize it. I don't know why. My question is that I think that's good, right? Like that's not too much words for one page. Is there anything else I can cut? Yeah, I like making it less about me and more about just the jam. And then we still have this one page. We are now, what, we're over an hour now. And we still need to fill this one more page. I kind of feel like I should say something about the actual doing of it. But at the same time, that's also the part that's like really open. Like you can do it any way you want, depending on what you're making. How to, maybe we just do like a tips. That would work. Okay. That's what I should do. What am I thinking? Tips for jamming. Does that work? I think we might change that title. I'm not crazy about that. I think I'm going to do this one with bullets though. So, tips for jamming. Um, make the technical decisions first. Decide on your format, structure, page number, word count before you start. This will um, this will help contain your work. I don't know if that's what I want to say. This will help this will keep your work from growing too big for the jam deadline. I think I am going to make that capital letter. Oops. I'm going to erase the small letter. So make the technical decisions first. Page. Let's say number of pages. I'm page number sounds funny in that sense. Number of pages. Give yourself lots of time before the deadline. Don't um, don't try and no. I mean, sometimes pushing yourself against the deadline is good. Um, After making your object, you still need to create a page to. This is like, I'm like trying to say it in too many words. It's just too many words. I'm trying to say like you need to create the page when you upload it. Create. You still need to upload and you still need to upload, make graphics, write a description. Yeah, maybe just that. Okay. One more tip. One more tip. Who's got a tip for people? For me, when I do jams, yeah, okay. Um, Pre-production means less time for, no, less time in production. The planning is just as important as the process. Take that time. All right, that's it. We're done. Are we done? One last check. I'll be honest, my head is kind of pounding, folks. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I will have this up soon. And please join Sunday Zine Jam. You got 4 weeks, 4 weeks to make a zine. And I would love to see what you make. So I will be back here next week.